Lords podcast. All right, and we are live. Lord Cognito here, Iron Lord Podcast, lordsofgaming.net. And who is this fine gentleman we have in the realm of Play NYC?
Hey, everybody. My name is Patrick McAfee. I'm one of the developers of Shoulders of Giants.
So tell us about Shoulder of Giants. What is the basic premise? What is this game about?
Yeah, so Shoulders of Giants is an approachable action roguelike where you simultaneously control two characters at once. One is like an awesome sword-wielding mech, and the other is a sharpshooting space frog who's perched on his back. So you scavenge for an arsenal of randomized abilities, and you use them to unleash the light on a dark universe.
Awesome. Well, first of all, the game looks actually phenomenal. I love the art style of the game. Yeah, especially like the zoom up. So tell us. So he's in the robot. Like, what's going on here? Tell us what's going on right now.
So basically, this guy is controlling this like space frog who's perched on top of this robot's back. They're basically just trying to destroy enemies in this level, and they're trying to destroy these like dark monoliths that are going to spread light. And then once they do that, then they're going to be able to unlock the boss encounter, which is generally at the top of the level. And they're finding randomized abilities and weapons throughout.
So I'm seeing like a teleport. What other abilities does the main character have?
Yeah, so basically every character, so we kind of pitch it as like you're controlling two characters at once. So the abilities are split between the frog and the robot.
Oh, okay.
So like you start out with two basic abilities. You start out with the dash, and then which is on the robot's end, and on the frog's end you start out with the stun.
Shooting. I love the frog. For some reason, when the frog shoots, it makes me laugh.
So he's also got a bubble shield right now, and all the abilities have different randomized perks. Like this time the shield has an ability where it will just like push enemies away. Another perk is we actually support up to 4-player co-op, so the other perk is like all your allies will also get a shield as well.
So 4-player co-op. Okay.
Yeah, 4-player co-op, and we also have another mode which we call best friend mode. So one person controls the frog, one person controls the robot at once.
I like that because what I was going to say is artistically it looks cool. Because again, with the frog and then the robot, so now this mode where you work together, exactly. One controls each,
exactly.
And then they have to work in tandem.
So, like the interesting thing about that is it's kind of crazy, like because you have to have a leap of faith. Like if you're the frog, you're not controlling where you're going, right? But it's like super fun, and it's like really fun to watch people play it.
It's cool. It's very cool. So as far as again, where are we at currently in development? As far as how far are we out? Are we just starting? How close is this game close to release?
Yeah, so we're kind of like at a point where like the core game is done. We're basically building out content and a couple other different like progression systems. So we're already getting a release of like later next year, like in the fall, summer.
And what platforms are we targeting initially?
So we're going to be like targeting like as many platforms as possible. We don't have any like firm like announcements to make yet, but we're like definitely hoping like PC and like consoles.
Nice. That would be cool, man. Yeah, very unique concept. Love the idea of it. The art style looks very cool. Now, as far as like stages, like have we have an idea of like how many levels we're looking at, or?
So, like the unique thing about our game is like all the stages aren't like necessarily procedurally generated, but they're going to be like a lot of randomized elements.
Oh, okay.
So, our goal is like you might like come to the same world, but every time you come to that world, it's going to be different.
Gotcha.
Right. So we don't have like a finite number of that yet, but like we want to have at least like 20 hours of gameplay plus, where people don't feel like they've like seen anything they've do before. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's cool. It's cool, especially the procedurally generated aspect. Seeing something fresh, something new, consistently. You don't get the same kind of redundant, things that you're used to. You get to see a little different things in it. Now, as far as like enemies, like because it's not like traditional stage, but like, do we have like bosses in a sense?
Yes. Yeah. So every world has like a boss, right? So you'll see this player might get to the boss battle. I think he's like really close. So all the bosses are going to be like much more serious encounters, and you're always going to get a piece of reward once you clear a boss.
Awesome. Last question: as far as narrative component, are we looking at a full-fledged narrative, or is it more just about the gameplay mechanics and not as much like heavy on story?
So one of the cool things that we're working on now, which is not in the demo, is we're going to have like a hub world, which NPCs that you can interact with. You can like buy things, upgrade things. I don't know if you've seen in the demo, but there's like a guy that comes in and gives you hints. He's like a little owl. So that owl actually is going to be the one that's telling you the story of the game. So it's not like a heavy narrative game by any means, but you're going to be able to visit this owl and talk to him, and he's going to give you pieces of information about the lore and the story of the universe.
Nice. Last question. Obviously, we're in a pandemic with game dev. Like, how has that affected you guys? What have you learned during this whole situation?
Yeah, so, for a while, we were all working in an office, and then we were all working at home, and we just actually started recently coming back into the office and working together. And, working remotely, we were able to get a lot done, but especially early on when you're in the creative phase, it's really hard to brainstorm and to concept things together. So we found it really beneficial to work in the office again together, and that's been really great for us.
That's pretty awesome, man. Wow, that looks cool. Who the hell is that?
That's the boss I was talking about.
Oh, that's the boss.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, this is cool. This is cool.
So much, man.
No doubt, man. When we look at it, we're very excited. Looks pretty cool. Very unique. Shoulder of Giants. And I like that mode with 2 players and one controls the robot, one controls the front.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. We're super excited, man. And for people who want to support, where can they go to do, to find the game, to support the game?
Yeah, so you can go to playsog.com, and you can also follow us on Twitter at Shoulders of G.
Shoulders of G, y'all. You already heard what it is. The man is here, Shoulder of Giants. Go check it out. Very unique. And one to look out for at Play NYC.